We know that LOccitane's sort of key revenue markets, that's sort of shifted away from Asia to the Americas now. What's the justification for taking the company private again and delisting from Hong Kong?
Hi, Bill. This is a very interesting deal. We've been following this deal for several months now, and we probably will have news regarding it this morning. As you said, how important is it and why is it happening right now? I think that the main point is to just like, if we look over time, the company has been listed in Hong Kong for about 14 years now. The moment when they listed back in time, there was a clear interest to just boost exposure to Asia, boost revenues from Asia, and it's quite clear that right now, for example, the region represents 1/3 of all of the revenues that LOccitane has globally, while America in the Americas, the revenue growth is much faster, and it indicates that there is a lot more interest, let's say, to build exposure in such places, while you have a lot of the other luxury companies also struggling to increase their share within Asia, mostly within China, of course. It's not just LOccitane, but when you see the company trading at a much lower value than they were expecting, at a much cheaper price that they wanted to, there is space to actually go out there and put this buyout offer in place.
How close are we to this being a done deal?
Heidi, that's a very good point. I think that the reporting from our colleagues within the deals team is making it clear that we could have details, important details out this morning. Reinold Geiger, who is the chairman of the company, is working with Blackstone and also with Goldman Sachs to come up with an offer that would give LOccitane a value of around $7 billion US. And he is working closely with Goldman Sachs and with Blackstone that together, those two big names would add $1.6 billion to the offer. They would be coming with details of such deal. They're probably offering between 33 and 34 Hong Kong dollars per share within the buyout. That would give investors a premium of about 15% to where LOccitane is traded here in Hong Kong right now. Important to remember, the stock hasn't been trading since April 9, so if we do have details out this morning, we could have a reaction in the market probably between today and tomorrow. Important to remember that Wednesday is a holiday here in Hong Kong, so we should have fast reaction within Hong Kong's market.
And so then what's the path ahead, do you think, for LOccitane as a private company? Do you think it ultimately looks to relist somewhere else? And is this sort of setting a precedent as well for the other luxury names that are listed on the Hong Kong exchange?
That's right, Belle. We do have other companies that potentially could go private that listed pretty much at the same time as LOccitane here in Hong Kong at around 2010, 2011, when there was this push from global luxury names to add exposure to Asia. If LOccitane would list somewhere else is still, I think, an open question. Maybe if they look at the U.S. market, that is getting better and better when it comes to listings and IPOs. It could be a potential European market as well. But I think that for the Hong Kong market, I think it's a clear indication that those global luxury names that were in the past looking at the city as a way to mostly to be exposed to Chinese clients, they are rethinking their strategy. Yeah.